What a buzzer, what a buzzer, what a buzzer! Yay, yay, yay. What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. Again, y'all know what time it is. So let's turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off, boy. All right, again, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Bravon Towns, and this is that show, Sports Plus Life. And if you are a first-time listener, definitely go ahead, click that subscribe button. Give me all your opinions. Definitely join the Sports Plus Life family. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday, having a wonderful day. It's sunny with a little clouds, and it's chilly down here in the Richmond, VA. So, I didn't do a show last Saturday. My apologies, but when I get sponsored, I'll definitely do a show at least twice a week, maybe every day when I become sponsored. But I need somebody to cut that check first. You feel me? Which is why I'm always asking for more followers, subscribers, blase, blase, blase. But anyway, it is Thursday, March the 7th, 2019. And boy, do we have some things to talk about today. Today, I am going to reverse the trend, okay? I'm going to reverse the trend as far as, I usually talk about the life instance last. I'm going to switch that up today because it's just, and I think you guys already know where I'm going with it. You know, it's something that definitely needs to be talked about because it's a couple of things that need to be talked about because it's really, it's events that have just been trending on Twitter and Facebook and IG and all that other stuff. You know, so I'm even going to have the buzzard to discuss the life section. Huh? Switch it up just a little bit today, huh? Is that all right, people? And of course, we have our sports to talk about. You know, we have our basketball. We have our couple of football topics, as well as I'm going to get into boxing. Haven't talked about the sweet science in a minute. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, like I said, I'm going to get the life topic started first on the show, and it's going to be about somebody who I've had a couple of segments on at the beginning when I first talked about this individual on this show. It was to kind of poke fun at this video that I had seen him, a video that I saw of him recruiting women in Ethiopia and going back to the national anthem that he did at a championship fight back at the end of 2005. And then it turned into allegations mostly stemming from a Lifetime docuseries. That person that I'm talking about, of course, is R. Kelly. Now, I'm sure everybody has heard about this. If you have any type of internet or if you have any type of TV or any type of radio, you've heard about the interview that happened yesterday on Good Morning America on CBS. R. Kelly, I guess, giving his side of the story or telling some explanation. It made me laugh. It made me think. It's really not a laughing matter. Just the reaction kind of made me laugh because to me, he hit high notes that I had never seen him hit before in a song. But let's review over that quickly.
I'm surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and, and seeing things on the blogs and, I'm just tired.
Have you broken any laws when it comes to women?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever had sex
No.
with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
Never?
No.
I have to tell you, it's so hard to believe that based on all that we've read
I'm gonna tell
and
you
what the
something,
women
Gail.
have
There's
said
one
about you.
I'm gonna
What
tell
the
you
women have
something.
said about you.
What women said about me. What women. So nobody's allowed to be mad at me and be scorned and lie on me.
So they're lying on you. That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely.
You feel that people have maligned your character.
I have been assassinated. I have been buried alive. But I'm alive. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would it
never
be
held
for R.
anybody.
Kelly
with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. Why, how stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, oh, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. Y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
Well, I tell you, I don't know what version of the truth is what, but there's some things about this interview that absolutely, it intrigued me. And I had to listen to it a couple of times to really kind of break it down. Because first of all, I had to get outside of my own laughter. I'm not going to bullshit y'all. I had to get outside my own laughter because he hit high notes that I ain't even know he could hit. Let's hear that one again.
30 years of my career.
Yeah, so once I got over that, I just had to kind of just listen to it a couple of more times and just kind of dive into the things that he was talking about. Now, of course, he was denying all of the accusations made against him, but, a couple of things stood out. That, one, when he said that he's never had a sexual relationship with anybody under the age of 17. I mean, you were married to Aaliyah. And Aaliyah was like 15. So I'm sure that marriage was consummated. And she was under 17. Now, being a desperate person in his position, I can see why he would kind of snap off like that, when he has all of the allegations. And I think he knows that there's a good shot that he'll be going to jail for a very long time, if not for the rest of his life. But things that got me was him saying, this is stupid. This is stupid. Use your common sense. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, well, yes, everybody should use their common sense, but it also takes common sense to not have sex and pee on a girl and tape it. That's common sense. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be peeing on anybody anyway, or having sex with an underage girl, and you definitely shouldn't be recording it. That's common sense. Then it was something else that he said in regards to this is not about the music. This is not about the music. When he was standing up and screaming and starting his tirade, again, he said this is not about music. But before then, he said, I gave y'all 30 years of my career, 30 years. So it's like, which one is it? It's almost like you're saying, I gave you guys 30 years of my career, 30 years of great music. Why are y'all messing with me? Leave me alone. And it just doesn't, it just doesn't work like that. But it's like confusing it the whole time. It's not about music, but you gave us 30 years of your career. So which one is it? And like, what is that supposed to mean if you're guilty of the allegations that you have been accused of? So, and one instance, and another thing that I had to stop and kind of laugh at, I don't know if it was just me but did anybody notice he kind of started to sound like Cat Williams when he was talking about whether he held these girls against their will. And he said, how would I hold somebody against their will and lock them in their room and tell them what not to eat unless you're going to get some shoes from your uncle? Sounded like Cat Williams to me, but that's just me. I'm an idiot. We all know that. But it was crazy. Of course, you want to see the whole interview, go to YouTube, CBS.com, whichever. But what you're going to start to see and what you're going to hear all over social media land is that interview and certain parts are going to be definitely made memes. People are going to take that and have some fun with it.
30 years of my career.
See what I'm saying? So people are gonna definitely have some fun with it. So I just wanted to touch on that situation. And apparently today he was arrested again for back child support. So one day you're going off the deep end on national television, and the next day you're locked up. And if nobody knew any better, you'd swear out he was locked up because of the damn interview. But there's definitely more to the saga of this case. I mean, honestly, it's not a win-win for anybody, because like if what happened truly happened, then he definitely is going to deserve what he gets. Now, I've caught some flack over the fact that I still do listen to his music, because I mean that's just me. That's just me. I do enjoy his music, but I hate the things that he has been accused of, and I think people need to separate the two. Just because I choose to listen to his music and not on a regular basis, if I'm playing a playlist and something comes up, and his song plays, and I, choose to listen to it, that doesn't make me support him or anything that he's done. To me, it's just a song, and I think that needs to be. I think there's definitely a difference that needs to be said about that, and it's just that people are at certain celebrities. They're at certain celebrities, and just like this Neverland thing that's coming out about Michael Jackson, I'm not even going to watch that shit. I'm not going to watch it, because honestly, in my as far as I'm concerned, what is the point? This is, some of this is starting to get out of control, and I find it just quite convenient, the people who they're deciding to go after. This is this whole situation of trafficking or pedophilia. That's all a problem that is stemming all over our country, all over this world. But it's funny to me, the people who they're deciding to go at. Now they're coming at Michael Jackson. What do you hope to accomplish by Oprah Winfrey or whoever the hell else is involved in this project? What do you hope to accomplish by doing something on Michael Jackson now? What are you going to do? Dig him up, put him on trial, and lock him up? Michael Jackson's been dead for 10 years now. 10 years. And this, to me, that's just dumb. That's just a way to try to honestly throw some salt on his name or throw some dirt on his name, whatever. I think that that's just ridiculous. I'm not going to watch that Michael Jackson shit. I'm not going to do it, because if that's the case, then let's do something on Elvis Presley. Let's do something on Elvis. I mean, since we're coming at dead people now, Elvis Presley's girlfriend, Priscilla, or whatever, she was 14 when they started dating, and he was a grown-ass man, and I'm pretty sure that they had sex. But do you think you'll ever hear anything about Elvis Presley? No. Do you think you'll ever hear anything about that TV executive that inappropriately touched men actors? I believe it was the guy that touched Terry Crews. No, you're not going to hear about that. But for some reason, the only people that you're hearing about these type of things with are with melanated beings. Now, if you're going to sit here and say, you're going to sit here and pull the race card, it's not me trying to pull a race card when it's thrown directly in my face. That's not me being a racist. That's me being a realist. Things get swept under the rug. You saw a photo with Aquaman touching on a girl to the point where the girl removed his arm away from her. And this girl had to be about 10 years old. You think you're going to hear about that with Jason Momoa? No. But you want to hear about R. Kelly. And like I said, this is not me standing up for R. Kelly or defending R. Kelly in any type of way. If he did what they said he did, and the hurtful thing about him is there is visual proof, then he's going to deserve every sentence that he gets. This whole thing with Michael Jackson is stupid and it's nonsense. He's been dead for 10 years. And the only crazy thing that I find about this is that, what if R. Kelly is found innocent again? Which is why I am standing firm as far as, no, I don't agree with what R. Kelly did, but if I hear a song of his that I like, I'm going to listen to it. I'm not going to completely shut off his music. Now, if he is found innocent, what do you think is going to happen? Damn near every radio station, every satellite radio station is going to be blasting his music till the cows come home. They're going to be blasting his music till the cows come home if he is found not guilty. Because I remember when Michael Jackson was found not guilty in 2005, that was all that was played for the rest of the day. And that was when I was in Atlanta. Now, the way I see it is I would continue playing R. Kelly's music, but I would have the proceeds or royalties, any amount of money that he gets, going to one, the child support that he owes, and two, the victims that were affected in this case. That's where I would send the money to, because at the end of the day, like I said, if R. Kelly is found innocent, there's still going to be some people that believe that they can fly. There's still going to be some people that think they are the world's greatest. And there's still going to be some people that don't think it's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. So I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm keeping it 100, and they all going to be stepping in the name of love. So, and in the club, somebody's going to be feeling on your booty. All right? So let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it the way that it is. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on that topic real quick. Now, let's get into some sports. Okay? All right, first thing that I want to get into is the NBA. All right. Okay. Last night, in the Lakers versus Nuggets game, LeBron James in the second quarter scored a 17th point of the game, which took him fourth in the all-time career scoring list, and he passed Michael Jordan. Okay, LeBron James passed Michael Jordan. Yay. All right. Yay. Congratulations, LeBron. But I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being a Lakers fan. Coming into this season, I could have cared less about him passing Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list, because the fact of this season, it has completely been a bust. The Lakers have self-destructed over the last 2 weeks, pretty much since the All-Star break. They are 30-34. They are not going to go to the playoffs. They may be 30-35. They are not going to go to the playoffs. They're saying now they have a 0.1 chance to make the playoffs, and I really wish people would stop with that shit, because analytics to me have no business in sports, not in baseball, not in football, not in basketball, because analytics does not have a pulse. They don't have a heartbeat. They don't determine the want to, and they don't. And they have nothing. They know nothing about being an underdog. So I cannot stand analytics. People who use it get on my damn nerves. I may respect them. I may even like their show, but they get on my nerves because they have no business in the world of sports. With that being said, analytics or not, the Lakers stink. The Lakers suck right now. And LeBron James passing Michael Jordan, good for you. I could care less. I'm going to be honest with you, because to me, because anybody who's out there screaming, see, told you, Bron better than MJ, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Because if anything, this is more of a longevity award than it is actual player for player. LeBron James is in his 16th season. Michael Jordan retired twice and played a total of only 14 NBA seasons. And at the time of his retirement, was number 2 on the all-time leading scoring list. Do you think for 1 second, if Michael Jordan hadn't retired for that year and a half for baseball, if he hadn't retired for 3 years after winning his 6th NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls, where do you think Michael Jordan would be in the all-time scoring list? I think he'd be number 1, or pretty damn close to it. Kobe Bryant played 20 seasons in the NBA. The last three seasons was predominantly injured. He tore his ACL in his 17th season in the league, and he's right now number 3 all-time scoring. That would be the next person LeBron passes. But again, longevity. Do you think if Kobe Bryant hadn't got hurt and played 20 full seasons, where do you think Kobe Bryant would be in the all-time scoring list? Probably number 1, or pretty damn close. This is not me trying to knock LeBron. This is just me telling all of his fans, calm the fuck down. Okay, calm down, because the best player ever, the Jordan ship, that has sailed. That has completely sailed. The only thing that I'm worried about right now is my Los Angeles Lakers, who are going to miss the playoffs for the last 6th straight year. Rajon Rondo completely separating himself from the team, sitting about 10 fans away from the team. But you know what? It is what it is. Rondo is probably tired of the bullshit. And, of course, we know the Lakers were in a good position when LeBron got hurt on Christmas Day. But, I mean, you know, and it's not just on him. Everybody has to right the ship. Everybody has to right the ship. And it's just a damn shame that the Lakers, with so much expectation, not necessarily of winning a title, because coming into this first season, it was supposed to be, you know, LeBron and the kids sprinkled with a couple of veterans. Okay, that's what we thought. That is ultimately what we got. Where I think the season truly got derailed was the trade talks of Anthony Davis being made so public from LeBron's people, if not LeBron himself, where the younger players really got in their feelings with no sense of kind of like job security. Yes, you would have had a job with another team, but they want to be Lakers. And I understand that it's a business and you have to deal with it, but everybody is different. People don't see, this is what people have to understand. We are in the weakest society when it comes to professional athletes. We are in the bitch ass era of professional athletes. We are in the pat on the back and accept mediocrity era for professional athletes. Okay? These athletes, while they may have better set skills than yesterday's athletes, and that's to be determined, honestly, their toughness is lacking. This is why I'm such a fan of Russell Westbrook and Jimmy Butler and Patrick Beverly. This is why I'm a fan of those guys, because, you know, they not with that Cry Me a River bullshit that a lot of these players spearheaded by LeBron James have. You know, Kyrie Irving, I'm a Kyrie Irving fan, is coming at the media left and right. I'm just like this, bro. You're making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, you know, people who are coming at the media, you're making millions and millions of dollars for doing what you love to do. Okay? You're doing your job. The media is doing their job. Are there assholes? Yes, there's assholes at every position, in every job, in every career, in every walk of life. They're assholes. You know, that's just the way of life. I'm not going to sit here and get snappy, especially when I know that I'm going to a better life than the person asking me the question. I'm not going to sit here and say that these athletes are living their best life, because you never know what somebody's personal life is. And when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of leeches, and that ain't cool. But stop being so damn sensitive. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So that's pretty much really all I have to speak about for the Los Angeles Lakers for the rest of this NBA season. The Boston Celtics, however, have had somewhat of a renaissance. They beat Golden State by 33 points, and then last night they won by 2 at Sacramento, with Gordon Hayward making the game-winning shot. And Kyrie Irving did not play last night, and what's annoying me about that is that now it seems like every time that Kyrie Irving does not play a game, they make it seem like all the Celtics play so great without Kyrie Irving. First of all, everybody needs to cut that shit out. Cut it out.
Jerk ass!
Cut it out. Oh, how quickly people forget that last year when Kyrie Irving was healthy before the injury, before the playoffs, when Gordon Hayward was out the entire season after that awful injury in the first game of the season, the Boston Celtics were, I believe, the number 2 seed behind the Toronto Raptors, and Kyrie Irving was an MVP candidate. Now, all of a sudden, now to Boston's credit, they did make it to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on their floor. But let's get one thing straight. They are not a better team without Kyrie Irving. The catch-22 is they may be a better team without Gordon Hayward. Now, stick that in your nuts and smoke it. Which leads me to the Philadelphia 76ers. Honestly, maybe the most talented starting lineup in the NBA, honestly, because they go toe-for-toe with the Warriors when it comes to the starting lineup. And they lost they had a narrow loss Saturday night to the Warriors in what was a very entertaining game. Joel Embiid is having some knee issues. Now, if he is not healthy or not himself, all bets are off. All bets are off, and I honestly do not want to see the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. That would be too good a matchup to be in round 1. That needs to be second round or better. So as a NBA fan who wants to see good playoff action, I am selfishly hoping that the Indiana Pacers fall to number 4. And either the Celtics or the 76ers can raise up to number 3.
What about the wiener?
That's just me. That's just me. And so with that being said, I am exiting the NB of the A now and moving on to some NFL-related issues. Now, just yesterday, this person that works for, I believe, NFL Network, Charlie Casserly, said in regards to Kyler Murray, who was the Heisman Trophy winner from the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback from Oklahoma University. and is projected right now could possibly be the number 1 pick to the Arizona Cardinals. Pretty much insulted Kyler Murray's intelligence when it comes to when it came to his interviews at the NFL Combines this past weekend. You know, saying things that he didn't, show any traits of the leader, being a leader or understanding the plays, basically calling them stupid. You know, my problem is that this gets back to a very stereotypical thing when it comes to black quarterbacks. Because the same thing was said about Michael Vick. The same thing was said about Lamar Jackson. And it's just, the same thing was said 30 years ago. And it's just kind of ridiculous to me. And then, of course, Kyler Murray's coach, Lincoln Riley, comes up and steps up and defends his player. I mean, he's supposed to. He's supposed to step up and defend his player because that's his guy. That is his guy. And, of course, if Kyler Murray is going to look bad as far as interviews go, what is that going to say about the head coach, Lincoln Riley, who has produced the last 2 Heisman Trophy winners in Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray? So, of course, Lincoln Riley is going to step up for his player. He damn sure better. But stuff like that just gets on my nerves because what does the film tell you? What does the film tell you? The film shows you, the award shows you that the kid can ball out. The kid can ball out. Honestly. To Mr. Casserly, you know it doesn't show any traits of leadership?
These nuts.
There you go. In other news, Antonio Brown has been told by the Pittsburgh Steelers that he will probably be traded on Friday, which would be tomorrow. Now, the leading candidates for an Antonio Brown trade is currently the Oakland Raiders, Washington Redskins, and Tennessee Titans. You sure you want to get traded, AB? You sure about that? Let's think about this right quick. Okay, so if you get traded, now I understand you have a correct gripe with Ben Roethlisberger, but if you get traded, your quarterbacks would be, if you're going to the Redskins, Colt McCoy, because Alex Smith ain't going to be ready, or Josh Johnson. You go to the Raiders, your quarterback would be Derek Carr, who only had 1 good season. That was back in 2016. Or you could go to the Tennessee Titans, and your quarterback would be Marcus Mariota, who can't seem to stay healthy for a full season. And the correct answer is you might want to rethink this trade thing. Because, dude, you think, your numbers could possibly plummet with the quarterbacks that I named. I mean, damn. I mean, if you're going to stay in the AFC, maybe you should try to go to the Houston Texans or the Indianapolis Colts or the Cleveland Browns even, but Titans, Raiders. Now, I'm not saying that the Titans are a bad team because the Titans made the playoffs in 2017 and were 9-7 in 2018, but they're an old school type of football team. Let's put it that way. They have that big bullish running back, Derrick Henry. And like I said, Mariota will win a game and only have 103 passing yards. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. So, AB, you want to think about that, homeboy? You might want to go up to Mr. Rooney's office and say, maybe we can work this out. I'm just saying. Because if you was disgruntled now in Pittsburgh and you want to go to Oakland, well, I'm not saying you want to, but you may end up in Oakland or Washington. Now, I will say this about the Redskins. They haven't had that dude at wide receiver in a very, very, very long time. That guy who, they haven't had a top 5, maybe even top 10 wide receiver in years. A long time. I'm trying to think of who that last receiver was. I don't know. You might have to go all the way back to the Joe Gibbs era, his first go-round as a coach for the Redskins. Now, they would embrace you because, guys like Michael Westbrook and Albert Connell, they were, very talented, but they never really reached that level. You know what I mean? They never really reached that level. So they would love you if they got you. And I'd probably take my kids to go see the training camp. But, boy, you might find some frustration on the field. Whew. Whew. Well, we're going to be moving on to the sweet science now. The good old boxing ring. There's some matchups coming up. All right. First of all, this Saturday, Sean Porter defends his championship, his version of the welterweight championship. This Saturday. I honestly do not remember his opponent's name. I'm going to look that up for you. Give me a second. But next week on Fox pay-per-view, which I promise you I will not be ordering, but I believe it'll be a damn good fight. Errol Spence Jr. will fight Mikey Garcia. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Two undefeated fighters, undefeated champions. Now, Mikey Garcia is moving up in weight, but he truly believes in himself because he's going up against the hardest hitting welterweight in the division. Errol Spence Jr. is nothing short of the truth. And I mean that. I mean, goodness gracious. This dude can hit. This dude can hit, and this dude hits hard. Yes, Sean Porter is going to fight Yordenis Ugas for his WBC welterweight title. And there's been some chatter and chirping going on, but we'll see what happens. But definitely that Errol Spence Mikey Garcia fight, that's going to be crazy. That is definitely going to be crazy. And that fight is next Saturday, March 16th, in Texas. It's going to be at Cowboy Stadium. That is where Errol Spence Jr. is from. So that should be very interesting. And then, of course, we have in April the Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan fight for Terrence Crawford's share of the welterweight title. Now, I believe the ultimate game plan is to have Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. have a unification fight, which would be just absolutely marvelous. But they have Crawford and Spence have two tough opponents in front of them. They have two tough opponents in front of them. And they better not take them lightly. They better not take them lightly, or else, you could see an upset. Amir Khan still does have decent hand speed. So this definitely should be two fights that you want to keep your eye on. And then, of course, Cinco de Mayo weekend, Saul Canelo Alvarez will fight Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs in Las Vegas. Now, they just started off their press tour. Excuse me, I'm parched. Excuse me, they just finished off their 3-city press tour. And Daniel Jacobs said that it's an honor to be in the ring with Canelo. Look, bruh, I'm rooting for you. I'm looking at the comparisons, the tail of the tape. You should win this fight, but by no means necessary. Say out your mouth again. Oh, my God. Excuse me. What I'm just watching on ESPN, it is a happy day now. The Broncos have just agreed to trade Case Keenum. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. The Broncos are trading Case Keenum to the Washington Redskins. Thank you, Jesus. Antonio Brown, you may want to scratch the Redskins from your list now. Oh, you sorry sack of shit. Thanks for a season of absolutely nothing.
Biatch.
Goodbye and good riddance. oh boy, I might come to Redskins training camp just to tell you you suck.
You suck.
Oh, that was the news of the day for me. I'm telling you, Case Keenum is finally out of here. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying about the boxing. Yes, Daniel Jacobs, I don't want to hear nothing about no honor to be in the ring with Canelo. Because let me tell you something, bro. Are you not connecting the dots? What's going on here? Are you not connecting the dots of what is going on with Canelo? Okay, he signs a record deal to the new streaming network, DAZN. Okay, fine. Just a couple weeks ago, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, signed a deal with DAZN. A 3-fight deal with DAZN. With hopes that, with the plan that he will fight Canelo Alvarez again in the fall. Their 3rd fight to finish their trilogy. And you just happen to be the fight before that. Dude, let me tell you something. If you watch Daniel Jacobs fight and you watch Canelo Alvarez fight, Daniel Jacobs should win this fight. But I'm telling you right now, I've watched enough boxing in my life to know when you've already lost 6 rounds, bro. You have already lost 6 rounds. If you go into that fight with Canelo and you win 9 rounds, you will lose by decision. If you go into that fight with Canelo and you win 10 rounds and drop him once or twice, you might get a draw. Boxing has an agenda. That agenda is another 3rd super fight between Triple G and Canelo. And that was smart of Daniel Jacobs to also point out the judging, because the question was asked, do you think you can win a decision in Las Vegas against Canelo? And he mentioned the questionable judging of the fight, of his previous fights, which was legitimate. I can easily sit here and say that I've seen Canelo Alvarez lose at least 3 fights. I mean, I believe he lost to Erislandy Lara. I believe he lost both fights against Triple G and came out with a draw and a split decision victory. I believe Canelo lost both of those fights. But there's money. There's a brand in Canelo Alvarez. He's being backed by Oscar De La Hoya, who was a recipient of several questionable decisions back when he was fighting. So, my man, there's only one way I see you winning this fight. Well, 2 ways. I'm sorry. You either have to, 1, knock him out. And if the other option is you have to knock him down at least 3 times and leave no doubt and have Canelo's face so messed up to where it may be an FBI investigation if the decision is seen any other way. Because I'm pretty sure Daniel Jacobs, he's a smart enough guy to know that he's already lost 6 rounds, at least 4 already. And they not throwing a punch until May. Now, I would like to see Daniel Jacobs fight Triple G again. That was a good close fight. That was a fight I believe that was a draw that was given to Triple G. That was the fight where people first started saying, hey, Triple G might be a little vulnerable. But yes, definitely boxing is on the come up. Well, it's been on the come up. Boxing has really been kicking ass ever since 2017. And the fights are only getting better. Of course, there's the rumors of a Pacquiao-Mayweather second fight, whatever. And the fight, come on, let's keep coming. Let them keep coming. I'm going to have to get this the streaming network, DAZN. I'm going to have to get that shit because you got Daniel Jacobs and Canelo. And then on June 1st, you got Anthony Joshua against Jarrell Big Baby Miller in Madison Square Garden. Yeah, man. But with that being said, what a buzzer, what a buzzer, what a buzzer. All right. Nothing much to talk about on the life front because I talked about all my serious issues at the beginning of the show. I hope you guys like the way I switched it up. But again, it's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns. And again, if you have not hit that subscribe button in Sports Plus Life, definitely hit that subscribe button. Holla at your boy. I will get back at you in a couple days. Love y'all. Peace.